We had to make a quick stop in Jacksonville Beach at a bait shop to get some shrimp and some fish bites. And now we're proceeding to Hanna Park.
Campground is, yeah.
Okay, there you go. There's your maps for that in the campground.
Okay.
Here's some information that'll be really helpful, so you should read
Okay.
that. This goes on the trailer, the camper, a window if you have it, or just somehow. It just identifies your stuff. The office,
Awesome.
you can go in the camp store, just take the pass and show whoever.
Okay.
The new code.
All right, thank you very much.
Dr. Kathrine Abby Hanna, whom this park is named after, was a scholar, a Florida historian, and an early conservationist. She served on the board of the Florida State Parks in the 50s and the 60s. That might explain why Hanna Park is a Jacksonville City park with a state park feel.
Here we are. We just got set up at campsite 20 at Hanna Park in Mayport, Florida, which is just outside of Jacksonville. Nice spot. It's not really level, but it's pretty private. It's March 29th, 2021. It was 70-something degrees today. It's cooling off. I think it's in the 60s right now. This is Hanna Park. This, I think, is a hidden gem. It's a nice campground. This is packed on the weekends, but it's not like a state park. Not everybody knows about it. There's a lot of vacancies during the week. All right, we decided to drive over to the lake. This park is amazing for a city park. It's more like a state park, and it's not that well known, so I almost hate to tell you about it because I don't want campers flooding this place, but it's a good park. Like I said, it's hard to get in here on the weekend. All we could get was a Monday through Thursday, but you know, that's what we usually try to do anyway, so it's nice. There's a kids' playground right over there, and off in the distance there they actually have a simple but nice water park for kids, but I think it's closed right now because they're doing some work on it. This is so cool. There's a pelican on top of that post there. Yeah, I love this park. Such cool areas. Wish we'd see some gators for you to put on film. I mean, I have seen so many alligators at this park in the past. We used to live close to here. But not tonight. But we're going to be here for 4 days, so we'll see.
I'm going to take a picture real quick and send it to Dave. Hold on.
Okay. I'm going to walk up closer to this bird here. See that guy sitting there on the log? what that is. I can't tell from here. This is why you camp in Florida. This is why Florida is so cool. And it is. What is this thing? He's running from me. You gotta catch him. I don't know what this is. It looks like a road runner, but it's not. Me. All right, so now we drove over to the beach. And actually this beach access right here is probably, it's only like maybe 500-600 yards from our campground. I mean, from our campsite, it's not that far. But this is a big park. And we came here to spend a Saturday about a week ago. And it was wall-to-wall people out there. I tried fishing, and I mean, you couldn't catch anything. There were just too many people and too many people fishing. But see this? Every spot had a car. But it's Monday. It's the time to come. And it's actually about 7 p.m. now too. So let's go walk on the beach. See that? A lot of state park beaches you can't bring your dog. You can here, as long as you have appropriate footwear. What the heck is appropriate footwear? Once I get out here on the sand, I don't have anything on my feet. I kick my flip-flops off, so I don't know what they're talking about, but nothing like almost having a beach to yourself, huh? Come on over. This is our own private beach. Come and visit us. We'd love to have you, just don't bring too many people. It's chilly out here, man. It's always windy out here. I only got up to 70 today, but it's supposed to get up to 85 tomorrow, so it's going to be more like summer. But it is March. But I'm shivering. Is that dog cold? She's cold. He's hiding. She's cold. She's not hiding, but she's cold. Ready to go back? Hey, I'm a talking silhouette. We made it back to the campsite here before dark. It's not quite dark. But I went to the camp store a little while ago to get a bag of ice. I couldn't get it, and I was going to get firewood too. But the camp store's closed on Mondays. So no campfire tonight. So I guess we'll just hang out, maybe play some games. Alright, during the day, I always tie a trash bag to this handle right here. It's really handy. But before we go to bed, I always throw this thing in the back of the SUV because this place is loaded with raccoons. And that reminds me of a couple funny campground stories I'll tell you in a sec. Alright, several years ago when we first moved to Florida, in fact I think it was a trip that we came down here before we moved here to kind of explore it and see if that's what we wanted to do. And we camped at this very campground. And we had a tent. And we borrowed a screen tent from some friends of ours. Put the screen tent up over the picnic table. And we had just a regular sized Coleman cooler sitting on the step of the picnic table. And you know, I didn't think about this at all, but we had all kind of stuff in there, but I know we had a dozen eggs. And so we heard something in the middle of the night. It woke me up. So I stuck my head out the tent, and there's a raccoon standing up. I kid you not. He had opened the tent. He had gotten into the screen room, opened up the cooler, and he's standing there with his arm raised up, holding up the lid of the cooler, and his head's down in the cooler, and he ate some of our eggs. And I was so ticked off that I got up, I ran out of the tent, man. I chased him, he ran, he climbed up a tree, and I wanted to get it. You know, I wanted to kill him. I was mad. And I'm throwing rocks and everything I can get my hands on to try to knock him out of that tree. But he wouldn't budge. I couldn't get him out of the tree. There was another time we were camping at, what was the name of that campground?
Sebastian Inlet.
Sebastian Inlet. And we were sitting out at the picnic table, and I think we were listening to a radio or doing something. And before, we didn't see him go in, but a raccoon ran in our tent. And we saw him come out, and he stole a box of Triscuits. And he just right on the side of our tent went and hid in this real thicket of what's that stuff called? Mangrove. A real thicket of mangrove. And I chased him too. I couldn't get to him, but I shined a flashlight in there, and I could see him sitting on his haunches with a box of Triscuits in his lap, with the lid open, and he's sitting there eating Triscuits like a person, man. Couldn't believe it. Raccoons are freaky. Yeah, I never want to eat one. All right, it's Tuesday morning, day number 2 at the Hanna Park camping trip. And it's raining. We've had this thing out 4 times, and it's rained every time. So,
But not every day.
No, not every day. I mean, it's never ruined a trip. So, and it's just a slight drizzle right now. I'm standing under the canopy. Everything under here is completely dry, so we're in good shape. All right, it's about 7 p.m. Sun's going down. Take a little beach walk before we go back and have a campfire. We came out here earlier for a few hours, tried fishing, didn't really have any luck. But there were several people fishing up and down here, but yeah, nobody was really catching anything that I could see, so we're going to try again in the morning. But right now, we're just going to take a little beach walk. Is that a whiting? You guys been out here long? Just started?
I don't even know what bait he used. Whiting? Yeah, whiting.
Cool.
Nice one though.
Yeah.
I think I just found somebody. I think I got a record.
What are you using? Shrimp? Yeah. All right, cool. Good luck, you guys.
Thanks, have fun.
All right, so they are catching some stuff. It's high tide, or at least it's still coming in. So it was low tide. It was going out, and low tide hit when I was out here earlier. So yeah, we'll come back in the morning. Hopefully I'll hit a good tide. All right, headed back to the campsite for a campfire. Should be getting dark by the time we get there. Yeah, so we didn't go back to camp yet. We decided to come over here by the lake and watch the sun go down. I mean, I love this lake over here. It's almost like a bird sanctuary. They nest in these little islands out here where people don't usually get to them. Now we'll go have a campfire. It's going on. It's between 8 and 9 in the morning. Day number 3, Wednesday, Hanna Park. And we took that walk on the beach last night, and the tide was almost high. It was coming in, and people were catching fish. High tide today here is about 11:30, so we're going to get out there. So the tide is coming in right now. So we're going to get out there and see if we can catch something. Went fishing and caught some fish, but I forgot my cameras back at the camper. Fortunately, my wife snapped a few pics on her phone. Also, I kept calling these 2 fish that I kept whiting. They're not. I think they're blues. All right, just got back from the beach, day 2. Did catch some fish. I kept the 2 biggest whiting. And I'm getting ready to clean these things up. These will make a meal. Okay, it's early Thursday afternoon, last day of the Hanna camping trip, because we got to pack up in the morning. So last night at Hanna Park, just took a little walk before we go get some carry out so we don't have to cook. We packed a lot of stuff because it finally dried out, and slight chance of rain tonight, so we don't want to have to mess with wet stuff in the morning. We'll take a little walk around the lake.
You get warmed up? Good job, good job.
Alright, it's Friday morning, last day. I mean, not even the last day. We got to check out this morning, but it's still early. Decided to come out and have a picnic. It got cold last night, so it's kind of chilly out here. But we're out here by the lake, eating our Wendy's. Alright, we finished our morning picnic. Now we'll go back and pack up and get ready to go home. I did want to try to find some alligators for you to get on film, because there's a bunch of them here, but I don't know where they all go on these cold mornings and even or cold days, and even some of the birds. I think they probably got a nice heated condo hidden somewhere here in the park, where on these cold days they just stay in and speak English and drink some beer and watch movies, and they come out on the warm days so all the campers can think they're wild animals because they get paid well. That's what I think anyway. We'll see you back at camp.
Well, we didn't turn the camera back on. Got caught up in packing up, getting out of there, and driving home. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when a new video comes up. And also, if you have any comments, like what's entertaining, what's fun, anything that might be helpful or useful, then please leave a comment in the comment section so I know what to leave in and what to leave out in the future. Thanks for watching, and happy camping.